God, I don't know why this came. I don't know why this is happening. Please, let me see. Let me see how I can use this for my growth. Let me see how I can use this to become closer to you. This is all I ask, to surrender everything to you. This is the most potent prayer that one can make from the heart. And the challenge is an invitation to make that prayer. Often when the challenge isn't there, we go about our day-to-day life. I'm happy, I'm watching YouTube, watching Netflix, and we don't stop and reflect on this. But when the challenge comes, it hits us. Wow, maybe my life will end. What is the meaning of my life? What am I doing here? That's the opportunity, that's the gift. That's where transformation can potentially happen. And miracles can happen.
Hi, thank you so much. Something that is coming up for me, I recently got diagnosed with an autoimmune and feeling sick, and I am noticing that I'm noticing myself. My hair is falling off, and so I feel and see the sadness that is happening. I might feel like my body is deteriorating. But it's still very painful to watch and experience all of that. So if me feeling the pain, is that me making stories about it? Or is that me being aware of the sensations in my body? Or should I not do that? I'm just wondering how to navigate all of these really difficult emotions.
Yes. So the nature of this physical human life is rough. It's challenging for everybody, whether one recognizes one's true nature or not. It's challenging. There is no doubt about that. And every single person on this planet is experiencing challenges, and they come in the form of relationships, finances, health, what else? So many things. Natural disasters, so many challenges. There's nothing we can do about most of the challenges that come. Most of them, we don't choose them. We don't choose an earthquake to happen. It just happens. We don't choose a sickness to come in the body. It just comes. Now, if we fight and resist it, it creates another level of challenge on top of the actual challenge. That secondary level of challenge is the emotional one and the mental one. And that depends on the attitude that one has, the way that one relates to the challenges. So if one can adopt the attitude that every challenge that appears in life, I'm going to decide that this is the best thing that could ever happen to me. And the mind says, what? I can't say that. The mind somehow thinks that if I say that, then I'm saying it's good that it's happening. Like I want this, like I choose it. No. Of course, if we could choose, we wouldn't choose these things. But when they appear, we can't control that they're appearing, but we can control how we relate to it. We can choose how we relate to it. And that's where you can connect to your inner power and find the hidden gem in the challenge. The hidden gem in the challenge is the opportunity that's always there, no matter what the challenge, for some kind of growth, whether it's emotional growth, mental growth, or spiritual growth. Now, what does that look like? It looks like I'm going to use the challenge to deepen in this practice. I'm going to use the challenge as an opportunity to disidentify further from that which I am not. The physical body, the personality, the stories, the roles. And I'm going to choose to allow myself to be totally and completely absolved into the true nature of what I am. And what that means ultimately is to meet your death before you die. And that's the greatest fear in all humans, that moment of death. But it's coming for all of us. We don't know, in 5 minutes, in 5 years, in 100 years max, it's coming for all of us. So what the invitation is to meet that now, to meet all the body's fears. And often when there's a big challenge, it triggers a lot of dormant and processed emotions in the system too. It can trigger emotions from childhood that haven't been processed. It can trigger the deep underlying fears of the conceptual self. And this is the wonderful opportunity and the reason why many people in the face of great challenge experience awakening or spiritual openings, because there's a giving up trying to control, a giving up trying to manipulate, and handing over of me and my life to a higher power, giving everything to God. This is too much for little human me. God, I don't know why this came. I don't know why this is happening. Please, let me see. Let me see how I can use this for my growth. Let me see how I can use this to become closer to you. This is all I ask, to surrender everything to you. This is the most potent prayer that one can make from the heart. And the challenge is an invitation to make that prayer. Often when the challenge isn't there, we go about our day-to-day life. I'm happy, I'm watching YouTube, watching Netflix, and we don't stop and reflect on this. But when the challenge comes, it hits us. Wow, maybe my life will end. What is the meaning of my life? What am I doing here? That's the opportunity. That's the gift. That's where transformation can potentially happen. And miracles can happen. I'm a big believer in miracles.
Thank you so much. That landed really good. Thank you.
Best wishes.